Hey guys, Hannah here and welcome back to another haul video. Last time, my background's different because I'm back in New York. I've been in New York for about 2 months now. Hopefully it's not too bright. So I have the same setup I do. Funny thing is, I said I was closing my shop, which I did from whenever I last did a video, and now I'm closing again temporarily, not as long as I did before. I got my new machine. I've been catching up with orders. I'm almost finished. I took like maybe 4 customs, but I have to close again because we're in the process of moving. So the house I'm in right now, we're going to be selling, and we're going to be moving someplace else. We're staying where we are, but moving to a different, place to reside. So like I gotta close it again. I can't take more customs. I may or may not can't like make stuff for myself and things like that. My close friends, if they do want something, I'm able to do it really quick and whatnot. I can show you what I've been working on. One of my good friends who ordered a Avatar Earthbender. I did one for them like I think last year or something. They wanted the rest of it. Funny thing is I designed a Oppo one for the Air one, and that was like a pre-designed thing I did, but they said they wanted like it in their pup size. And then afterwards we're like, you know what, since you have the Earth and we're doing the Oppo one for like the Air Nomad tribe, let's do fire and water. And then I did a fun one. I didn't think they were gonna get it, but I was like, oh, look what I did. And I did a koi fish one for like Twa and Lee, the moon spirits from the southern water tribe. They're like, I want that one too. And I was like, okay. And then afterwards, while later for their birthday, we both love anime, and I put them on. I forgot, but I love Gachi Akuta, and they asked if I knew. I've been reading Gachi Akuta long before it was animated. They're like, hey, so I designed this, and they showed me a cape of Gachi Akuta, and I was like, bet. You guys know I love anime. Any anime gear, boom, like that's my favorite thing to make. Not a lot of people have anime gear in the community like that, which is fine, but like that's my thing. And then also they wanted a wormy one, which I didn't finish the wormy one, but I'll show you the fire one I did. So I designed these. I've also gotten into digitizing, so I've digitized a couple things as well. So this is the fire one. They mainly use capes, so all these are capes. So I designed this. This was all done on my new machine. So my regular machine that's in North Carolina, which is a 5x7, I usually have to do like one of these panels. It would have to be split in half, so it would just do one side, and then afterwards I would have to go to a different file and it would do the other side. Sometimes things would come uneven. I'm very blessed that a lot of the things I did make on that machine didn't come out too bad. But with this one, well, this is a 20-inch panel, so only one can fit at a time on the machine that I have right now because it's so large, which is fine. But other things that I've done, I fit two. I've done a patch set. This is a haul, but same time it's me giving a little updates on my life too, because I mostly show my service dog gear, but I forgot to talk about my health. So I don't know what I told you guys last time whenever I talked to you guys. Passing out, things like that. I just went to the neurologist today. I had a what is it called, like recheck. I keep forgetting. Yesterday I saw the epilepsy doctor. My neurologist who I see thinks I'm having seizures because of the passing out and the dizziness and the stuff like that. Then I saw the epilepsy doctor yesterday, and he also said, yeah, I'm gonna do the in-hospital epilepsy test. So like I'm glad with that. And then today I saw her, and my MRI showed that I have some kind of like the vessels in the back of my brain at the bottom of it or something like that. It's something that you're born with. I think it's called DVA. I don't remember the terminology for it, but it's something I was born with, and that's possibly what's causing my seizures. So she wants me to see a neurocardio guy who deals with like the vessels and stuff like that and whatnot. So I see him next month, and I do the in-hospital epilepsy test in May, and then I see him in May, and then I'm doing another one, something in April. And then this Friday I have to do another EEG again, like the 30-minute one, like the regular one you do in office. So that's what's going on with me. Coconut, he's doing well. His birthday passed, he's 11. And as you guys know, or for my new followers, Coconut is 11 years old. He does not look it and he does not act it. Funny thing is, it's like as he gets older, the clock's being rewound. He's more energetic. He needs more stimulation, more enrichment, and he's willing to work a lot more now. Funny thing is, he works a lot less than he used to, not because I don't need him, but because there are times when I go to different places and I'm unable to take him, or my mom is like, you know, let's leave him home or whatever. I respect my mom's decisions, and she does know how he does, you know, help me. My family does know that, especially my mom and my sister, because they witness him work a lot. I took him out the other day, just a quick run, because he hadn't worked, and I wanted to see, because he mainly works in North Carolina. He doesn't work in New York, because when I did start doing training with him, I was mostly in North Carolina, so he's used to working in North Carolina. And in New York, whenever I did attempt to do some kind of training, see where he is, see if he's still enjoying it, see if he doesn't want to work anymore, he was a lot more frantic, I guess, because he's very in tune with his environment like I am. So he knows this is not North Carolina, he knows it's New York. And he would behave, he would listen to me, but he wouldn't be as, you know, focused. He would be a little bit more unstable and stuff like that. And I didn't pull him from work or anything like that. I just, you know, tried to ease him back in, you know, do a lot of more like re-socialization, in the sense of like just settling, waiting, looking at different people, stuff like that, making sure he's focused on me. He would still task and stuff like that, and he still does. But the other day I went to Michael's to get some fabric, find some thread, and do some things like that. And I said I was going to like, you know, see where he's at with his training and whatnot, see if because he hadn't worked in like a whole month. So I thought I was gonna do that, but you know, he used the back. We went to Petco at first to grab food because he was running out of food. And you know, in pet stores and pet friendly places, I let him do whatever he wants within reason. You know, he still acts accordingly, he's still under control, he's not vested or anything like that. In pet stores or pet friendly places, I don't vest him. He's still under control, he still listens to me. You know, in pet stores, they pee, they poop, I dealt with that. He sniffed, I let him sniff, I let him pull, do whatever he wants. That's his time, that's his Sephora, that's his special thing. Then after that, I took some pictures of him because I'm part of a model group for one of my friends. And then we went to Michael's, and my mom and my sister went into Home Goods, and I went in there looking for black thread. They did not have any black thread. Then I went to look for some fabric for 2 customs I have to do for my friends. Honestly, I was in there really quick and really out, so I wasn't even thinking like, oh, let's do a little training, let's, like, you know, stay in there a little longer, see where he's at. No, I just worked him, like just went in there like boom, whatever, like regular schmegular, and he aced it 10 out of 10. I was blown away. In the neighborhood I was in, it's not one I usually go to with him, and a lot of people saw him. When we went to, it was an open aisle to get some thread, I bent down, I just put him in a downstay. He was looking around, didn't whine, he was fine. I heard a lady talking to her dog. She was like, oh my gosh, your dog is so cute, and she was like, we can't touch it or pet it. I wasn't paying attention to Coconut. I heard them, but I wasn't paying attention to them. I was frustrated because they had absolutely no black thread. I was like, what? So then afterwards, went down the aisle. I was looking at some fabric to see what would match the theme they were going for the same avatar set. I looked down at him. He looked up at me. He's like, you done? I'm like, hold up. And then we walked around some, looking for more fabric. Then I found the fabric. I went to the table to see if anybody was there to cut the fabric. They didn't. So I walked towards the cash register. I was like, you know, can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. She walked back. She was like, oh, he's cute. I was like, oh, thank you. And then we went. And then afterwards, we stood there. And he looked at me. He was like, we're going now? I'm like, not yet. Like, you know, just wait. I'm not saying this to say like, oh, he doesn't want to work, he wants to leave, no, sometimes he gives me different looks, and his expressions are very different. So I just told him to sit and wait because we're cutting fabric. So he did. And then when I looked down, he moved from my side and he moved to my front, and he was just looking down the aisles. He put himself in the downstay. He was quiet, he was fine. And then afterwards, he walked towards the cash register. And then afterwards, I did self-checkout. And the thing is, like, usually whenever we shop and he works, most of the time, sometimes I take him outside. I have this habit of doing this now, and I don't know why, but when I first started getting him into doing PA, I wouldn't, like, you know, when you shop, you go to the cash register, either self-checkout or someone cashes you out, you like wait online and stuff like that. I never used to do that with him because I didn't want him to stay in the stores too long, thinking he might get restless or stuff like that. And that was probably 2 years ago. I was doing, and I still do that now. But there was no line, there was nothing. So I was like, you know what? I'm trusting him, whatever. So I was checking out. At first he didn't jump up, but he stood up on the I guess like the platform thing where you could put your items. Because he was a little confused because I don't normally do that. Usually we just leave. And he wasn't pulling the lead or anything. He was just confused. I was like, okay, off. That was a mistake he did. And then afterwards, I was scanning the stuff and I couldn't find some of the barcodes. And then afterwards, I knew he was sitting next to me. But then all of a sudden, I feel him crawl across my foot. And I'm like, what is he doing? And I look across and I'm looking what he's looking at. I was like, oh crap, there's Cheeto on the floor. A Cheeto. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna eat it. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. He went over my foot. He saw it. He sniffed it. He backed up. And he sat and he waited. He didn't eat it. And for some people, that might be like, okay, whatever. He's a service dog. He should not be able to. Being vulnerable, no service dog is perfect. You know, Coconut's not been doing this his whole life. He's been doing this just to recent being a service dog and stuff like that. And that was a big accomplishment to me because we as a team have worked so hard. I've worked hard. I've put a lot of work to make sure Coconut, I never used to take him to grocery stores, any food places, because he's the type of dog, he sees food is dropped anywhere, he'll eat it, pick it up. He doesn't care. At home, I've worked on it. A lot of the times when he gets fed at home, he knows to wait. You want to put the food down, he'll look at me, we say grace, he knows how to say grace. And he doesn't take food that we do not give him. And I guess it's translated now into public, and that's very good. So when he saw it, he smelt it and he left it alone. Old Coconut, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, would have already picked it up, no problem. And the funny thing is, at home, sometimes if like something falls on the floor, like rice or some chicken or something like that, and like we don't notice he's there, he'll still run and grab the chicken or grab the rice. He's a dog, you know what I mean? At home, he's off duty, he does crazy things, he acts out or whatever. And I don't talk a lot about the mistakes he does. I always like highly praise him and stuff like that, because sometimes you get a lot of criticism. But for me, he's fully trained. There's no there'll always be things to add on to your fully trained service dog, and he's still learning a lot of different things that I would like for him to do. Yes, he's 11. I'm looking to retire him next year, or part-time work him and stuff like that. With how things are going, hopefully next year I'm able to get my next dog. Dog first, doing sports, maybe try UKC, because I want to try showing, but I'll have the dog on a limited registration. So probably try UKC. But number one thing getting the dog is you know service dog prospect and sports. And I really want to do trick titles, rally, like really get into those things. Dock diving, like those things I really want to do, so it'll keep me active. And I have different goals I want to do, so like, it goes beyond service work I want to do. And it's like, okay, hey, you get them, what if they wash? Okay, we'll do sports. There's different things we can do, and it's like, okay, would you still get, yeah, I would still get another dog at a different time, or you never know. Sometimes dogs need a break, they need to grow into themselves, and then maybe you can revisit implementing tasks again, and maybe they might succeed, and maybe they're like, wow, they really needed that long break in order to grow into themselves, in order to have that mindset or have that willingness to do what you need to do, you know what I mean? So for me, either way, it's a win-win. I hope and pray and I claim that they're able to do service work, and we do sports together, rally, those type of things. But if it's not for them, or if that's not their thing, perfectly fine. They'll happily be a loving pet, do sports, different things like that, get titled, stuff like that. Standard poodle I'm getting, or if I'm unable to get a standard poodle, a Bichon Frise. So like those are all the updates I have, and I hope to start online school this year. My birthday's in May. I'm turning 27, so I have quite a few things to show you guys. I have babbled, so there might be a part 2. I'll probably just show the little stuff here right now, and then the next video will be the big stuff. So I'm just showing you some of the things I've made. So yeah. I have some other stuff still coming that I ordered. I have things that I am going to sell as well. It's like, hey, retiring him next year. You're still buying more gear. Buying gear, making gear is my happiness and my joy. So, and a lot of the stuff that I bought recently is because it's my birthday coming up, and that's what I wanted to do. Like, I bought a One Piece thing, and I'm dressing up One Piece themed for my birthday. Anime, my favorite thing. One Piece is my favorite anime of all time. I've watched it 23 times. People think I exaggerate. No, I do not. I'm not exaggerating. I watched it 23 times. So yeah, and there are other things that I'm gonna show you that are being traded or sold. I'm thinking of selling. So if you guys want anything that I'm saying that's for sale, I'll tell you if it's sale or if it's for trade or whatever. So you guys let me know down in the comments, or go to my my service dog page. They're posted there in a sale highlight. So I'll start with the little things first, and then I guess the next video will be like the bigger stuff. So I'll just show you the leash wraps and the patch tabs that I have here, and then you'll know what they go to later on whenever I show stuff. Okay, so leash wraps and patch tabs. This one I got for free from my friend, darling dog here. Her name's Hannah as well. We both have the same name. One of the most sweetest people I have ever met. She's so kind, she's so sweet, and she's also my mentor going with my shop and stuff. I ask her different things, she helps me along, stuff like that. So go give her a follow and go buy some stuff from her. So she's like really sweet. She's really good. Yeah, so this one says service dog, no bunny business. Is because this has a flaw in it. I think it's on the D right there, but it's still very functional. So yeah, I haven't used this leash wrap yet, but both sides say the same thing. Next thing is this leash wrap from Soulbutt Co. It's based off on the Little Mermaid. So it says service dog, I get to be where the people are, and then the other side has, you know, the symbols with some bubbles. It also has like metallic thread. I don't want to turn down the lights because if I do, it'll look so dark in here. And then I also got it with this tab. Says working service dog. It's double-sided, and this one says access required, part of your world. I got this because, one, it sounds like a dumb reason, but one, Little Mermaid used to be my sister's favorite princess when she was little, and two, the main reason why is because I wanted an ocean patch set. I'm still gonna make one for myself, but one of the things I'm sad about since I'm closing is I won't be able to make gear for myself for a while, because it's like wherever we're moving, you don't know how much space we're gonna have. And the funny thing is, the majority of things I want to sell are not here. They're in NC. So when I go to NC, then I'll have like a bigger sale. But if I have anything here now with me in New York, I'll be selling it. And also, my mom told me this, and I know this as well, but like I can't keep taking gear back and forth. Like that's a lot of space since we drive when we come up and down and stuff like that. So like I'll have some gear here that will stay here and I won't take to NC, and then there will be gear in NC that stays in NC and I won't bring here, like stuff like that. There might be like 2 or 3 pieces that are like my absolute favorite, and I will travel back and forth with them because sometimes it makes no sense to like do that. One of the ones I'll probably do, if I get the chance to make it, awesome. If I don't, still awesome, is my Patience and Love professional one, the blue and green neon one. That one I'll probably travel back and forth with because that's his professional one, and he uses that when I want him to look professional. We're going anywhere and I want, like, you know, people who stay away. But like if I don't have one here and I'm here and I'm like, damn, I left an NC, then it's kind of like, but I'm gonna see if I can make it. Like anything that I've bought from shops and I really like and I want to have one here and one there, I'm going to make, you know what I mean? So that one I'll take to NC when I go back, and I'll stay in NC, and then when I come back here to New York, I don't bring it because why? I made one and it's here in New York. So like that type of stuff, or different things I'm gonna remake and I'll probably sell it, stuff like that. This is by Healing Pup Sewing. I got it from their sale they had on Instagram recently. It says handler gets dizzy. It just says that one-sidedly. I got this because it's in our colors, and 2, holy crap. Ugh. Okay. My body feels like it's wiggling. I think it's the vertigo. Shit. Okay. I've been feeling this most of the day. I woke up with a migraine and I'm just like, and I got taken off my BP meds because I don't have high blood pressure, apparently. I'm on medication to keep my blood pressure stable. So I think my body, whatever's going on with my body, my blood pressure either wants to spike or it wants to go low. But the pills I'm on right now keeps it here at normal. So if my body's like, hey, blood pressure go up, or hey, blood pressure go down, my body's like fighting it because I'm taking the pills that's supposed to keep it like normal and steady. So like I'm thinking that's why I keep having those bouts right now. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but that's why I got it. And I get dizzy and I don't have a patch tab that like says anything like that. And the funny thing is, sometimes when I see shops make something and I'm like, ooh, I really want it, but ooh, it's not in the culture, ooh, like I don't have money for it, I can make it. I'm not copying anybody's stuff like that. Like this is fine to copy because it just says what it says, so that's not like a copy thing. This one is more recent. I just got this like the day before yesterday. Because I got a I have two now. I got mesh for Coconut because he gets hot easily and he's never owned anything mesh in his life. So I ordered a mesh thing first and then I got a new one because I realized Coconut's sizing now. He can still, you guys know he could wear an 11-inch panel to a 13.5-inch panel. So he can wear 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, 13.5. That's the max he could wear. I realize now he could wear 12. He's comfortable in 12. All his vests are 12. He's only ever had 12. And then I tried 13-inch. You guys know, with the Coastal Puff Collective. It fits great. He works in it great. Boom. I now prefer, and I think he now prefers it too, to work in a 13-inch panel. He's not fat or anything, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's different. I guess also when he's shaved and when he's fluffy. But I think with how his body is, and because he, even when he doesn't work, we're in the house almost every other day. I put a vest on him. Sometimes we train without the vest, sometimes we train with the vest. And I put on different vests or different things on him. And I think he's gotten used to wearing it in the house to the point now where some of the stuff he has is 12 and we're training, and some of the stuff he has is 13 and is training. And I can see where his body language, or how when he's moving and I'm asking him to do things or training, how he moves and he's more comfortable in it. And I've noticed that the 13 inches and the 13.5s is what he's more comfortable in. And I was like, oh, okay. So like any vest that I get now going forward, I get in 13 or 13.5. Majority of the time 13. That does not mean he does not wear 12, but I just see what's more comfortable for him, and whatever makes him comfortable, great. And nowadays, like even when we're not working or we're not training, sometimes when he sits in my lap, he'll look up at his stuff and I'm like, okay. Or he's gotten to the point now where like when I bring out a vest, I'm like, okay, stay. And sometimes when I used to tell him stay and I used to try to put on the vest or anything, he'll back up. Put on a collar though, my dude is excited. He runs to the door. He's like, we're going out. He knows the collar means we're going out. And then when I put on the vest and then we go in the store, he's like, okay, work mode. So he's gear shy to a certain extent. And then people might say, hey, if he's gear shy, you know, he doesn't have to wear a vest. You know, I do that for the main reason why I do that is because, one, he's a small dog. He looks cute. People will not like. And it's like the gear doesn't make the service dog, the behavior does. I know that. When he's worked unvested, I started doing that last year where I worked him unvested because, you know, I wanted to see. I did it in NC. He was fine. His behavior, and people could tell he had his collar on. Even when he doesn't wear a vest, he's always labeled via his collar. He has a lot of service dog collars, so he is labeled. He's just not labeled with the vest, but people can tell he's a service dog because I have the leash wrap in this, and even when he has a regular collar on and I have a leash wrap and people don't read it, they can tell not to bother him. So like that's one reason why I put gear on him. Two, Coconut started working late in life, and like he's the type of dog where when he gets used to certain things, like, okay, no vest, I'm not working, so you know I can act a fool or do this, that, and the third. Not act a fool, but you know, off duty. Vest on, okay, I'm working, we're focused, we're helping mom. He helps me even when he's off duty, but at least his brain kind of goes into a work mode and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the reasons why. And 3, I love gear. I love making it. I love designing it. It's one of the things that brings me a little joy. I like mixing and matching pieces on him. He looks cute, he looks handsome. Sometimes we match together and stuff like that, and it makes me feel happy. Sometimes I might be a little, you know, And I'm starting to sell some of his things a little bit by little bit, and I'm starting to sell things that I'm like, okay, I might not use this, I might not use that. When he retires, I won't keep this, so I'll probably sell it. And there are a few pieces that I'm going to keep even after he retires, because if I don't get the poodle and I get the Bichon, these will fit the Bichon. So yeah, I'm rambling, but I haven't talked in a minute, you know what I mean? So it's fine. I'll probably end the video after this anyway, so. All right, next two things. So this is from Coastal Pup Collective. I did not, these were a gift from them as well, because of one of the, well, two of the sets I bought for my birthday. Mind you, when I got these, I'm like, wait, I don't have a CV wrap. I didn't know, because for Coconut, I've always wanted to have him have a leash wrap worn around his chest strap here, but I'm like, the regular leashes, like leash wraps don't fit, da 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 da. This that goes on his Coastal Pup Collective, it fits. And I'm like, it's been this size. These are almost CB wrap sizes. So like, yeah. So this is the color scheme for my One Piece theme one I got from them. And I'm in one of their groups on Discord. If you buy customs, you can get small dog gear. And of lately, they've been, I guess, destashing their mesh. And since they've been destashing their mesh and they've been making pre-mades, they've been dropping a couple like little like 12-inch panel, 13-inch panels here and there. One of them I have that's a pre-made that I didn't get custom is a 12-inch. So I was like, and that's his first mesh I've ever gotten him. He was a little weirded out by it because he's like, what is this grady thing on me? But he was fine after a couple, you know, things. Tomorrow he's working going to the doctor. I'm not going to like a full-blown doctor appointment, just getting my allergy shot. I don't know if he'll come in with me because it'll be like really quick, but my sister's going with me, so she'll like, you know, walk him around the neighborhood in Manhattan. He rarely, I can count on one hand how many times he's been to Manhattan. Twice. Once when he was 3, and the other time is when I went with my mom and my dad, but he didn't get out the car. He stayed in the car with my dad. And this time he probably won't go on my doctor's appointment with me, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. I mostly want him to go down there because it's a lot of hustle and bustle, and I want him to get used to that kind of like, you know, a lot of noise, attention, people walking, da 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 da. It's like reinforcing everything we're already doing, and I'm confident he'll do fine. And my sister knows how to handle him. He won't be working. It's just mostly, what is it, exposure training. I don't want to say socialization, whatever the fuck you call it. Plus, he's getting what, food tomorrow in the morning, so he'll be full most of the day. So he's gonna take a crap and pee a lot. So, and he needs to get his nails clipped because they're long as shit. I just shaved him the day before yesterday because his hair was so long, and he was getting hot, and he was scooting. He just got expressed, but he was scooting because it's hot and his butt has a lot of hair on it. So yeah, he has a little fan. Little boy spoiled. So he sleeps with that in his crate. Once we start like packing stuff or pack certain things I'm not using, I'm gonna pack his crate away, and I'm getting a bed for him because since I've been back from NC, he sleeps in my room every single night because in NC he sleeps in my room every single night. That's where he is. This is safe space. But I used to hear in New York, I used to just sleep in the hallway, which is between me and my sister. My sister room's here, my room's right here, and he'll sleep in the hallway there. And that's where he used to sleep every night. Not because I didn't want him to sleep with me, but because sometimes when I want him to sleep with me, he doesn't want to be in here, which was fine. But since we've come back, I've strictly have had him sleeping in my room. We've been working on crate training because he's never been crate trained in his life. I didn't know what crate training was when I first got him, but now he's good with crate training. The crate's his safe space, but he sleeps in here at night, in his crate, and then during the day, I take his bed from out of his crate, and I put it in the hallway, and he chills out in the hallway. My room door is always open, and whatever, and he knows at night he comes in here, he sleeps. Or sometimes, if he wants to be in here with me, and he's not allowed on my bed or anything, I'll put his crate bed here on the floor next to me, or put it in his crate, and he'll sleep and he'll nap in there. He still takes his 2-hour siesta every single day. And then this one is also from Coastal Pup Collective that I got for my birthday because I bought 2 vests. I saved up because one of them One Piece, the other one is a Belize themed one. My family's from Belize, we're Belizean, and I don't say Belize month, but like the holidays in Belize that make sense are all the way in September, the 10th day of September. So I bought this for that reason. And before I close my shop, I'm trying to make as much stuff for myself and finish customs at the same time. Because when I close my shop and I, put away my machine, my birthday comes, I'm like, shiz, I really want to use this, but I didn't finish the complete look. You know what I mean? So that'll happen. Oh, my One Piece collar is coming to match my set. It's I designed it. I got it done by Dino Dog Gear. It says Pirate King. It says Pirate King or Pirate on Duty. Oh no, it says Pirate King. Any collars or anything I get going forward won't have service dog on it because I want him to be able to use it once he retires, so he can use that One Piece collar all the time. And the thing is, he's still healthy enough to work, you know what I mean? Because his number one thing is his comfortability. One, does he still enjoy working? Is he willing to work? I don't want to be stressing him out. Two, is he healthy enough to work? Any health issues that are like, the doctor's like, hey, I don't think he should be working anymore, you should retire him, da da da. No, he's perfectly fine. Some of the doctors are surprised he's 11 and he's like that healthy. You know what I mean? Because of all the stuff, I think because of all the things I'm doing with him. And I saw a post, not saw a post, but a post was done like a while back by a girl with a poodle. Like, older dogs, especially smaller dogs, like when they get older, people think like, they don't need that much exercise, or it might be lazy, or they don't have a lot of drive, or they're unable to work. No, the older he gets, the more energy he has. And he just got his virtual scent work beginners title. He just got that. I'm trying to do the advanced truck title. That one's a little bit harder because like Coconut might not do some of those things, but I'm working it. I'm trying to do it because keeping him engaged and keeping him like working and stuff like that is keeping him young. It's driving him and stuff like that. Mind you, Coconut is a low to medium energy and drive dog, low to medium drive kind of dog. I had to build up the drive he has now, and I used to think like, damn, but a lot of people say it's a flex when you take a low to medium drive dog to do like service work or any kind of like work in general, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna end the video here, and we're gonna do collars and leashes in the next one.